Many of us have been wondering ever since the Clone Wars series began, why was Captain Rex never promoted to the rank of ARC Trooper? Well, today I'm going to break down the story which confirms that Captain Rex was an ARC Trooper and the only ever canon battle where he wore his ARC Trooper armor. So before we get into it, remember to hit the big red button down below for more awesome Star Wars lore videos. At the moment, 69% of you are not subscribed, so make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. The only ever canon battle where Rex wore his ARC Trooper armor was the Battle of Horain in the Crantori System. Anakin Skywalker's Republic forces are under heavy fire from the separatist droid army, and ARC Trooper Rex is in urgent trouble. Rex manages to fire back and defend himself from the incoming B2 battle droid, and has his life saved by Obi-Wan Kenobi, who leapt in front of Rex, deflecting the incoming blaster fire. ARC Trooper Rex is shocked but thankful for Kenobi's intervention. Obi-Wan reports that Anakin is having trouble and is currently engaged in a fierce battle against some vulture droids elsewhere on the battlefield, telling Rex that they will have to fight side by side to make it out alive. Obi-Wan then signals to Rex that they will make a run for the nearest Republic evacuation point as the separatist droids begin to surround them once again. After he realizes that they are in a much tougher position than they first thought, Obi-Wan worryingly asks Rex, how did you even get into this mess in the first place? ARC Trooper Rex then explains awesomely that he rescued a group of Horain children from a crater but was cut off from his torrent company in the process. We then get an awesome moment between the two where Kenobi tells Rex that he is a good man and that he can see why Anakin holds him in such high regard. Moments after giving the compliment, Rex jumps to Kenobi's aid, pushing him into a razor-thin gap between the B2 battle droid's blaster fire, saving his life. Following this, Rex is grazed by one of the blaster bolts but isn't too worried because in his words, it's nothing a Bacta tank won't cure. Maybe the next step in Rex's career should have been a clone commando because we know how much they love Bacta. After this, Kenobi shouts that he's never seen so many droids in his life, but fortunately, they all start to malfunction and their circuitry begins to spark. Hilariously, one of the droids malfunctions so badly that he begins to feel sorry for Rex and Obi-Wan and begins firing back at his own fellow droid brothers. Rex then remarks that this is the first time he's ever seen a battle droid have a conscience. Kenobi then asks the droid if he's ready to switch sides and join the Republic, to which he quickly responds, "You bet, battle droid B10516 at your service." In typical clone fashion, Rex refuses to call the droid by his serial number, instead giving him the nickname Bats. Bats then immediately begins giving away the tactics of the droid forces and tells Obi-Wan exactly where the other droids on the planet are hiding. Bats directs Obi-Wan and Rex to a massive wreckage where spider droids are currently patrolling. After they arrive on the site, Bats goes even further and commits a war crime, pretending that Obi-Wan and Rex are surrendering so that they will hold their fire. He then picks up two blasters and begins firing them both on his former friends, allowing Kenobi to carry the injured ARC Trooper Rex to safety. As the two are walking off, Rex recognizes that Bats isn't too bad for a tinhead. As they are waiting to do some reconnaissance, Rex asks Kenobi, "Is he okay?" Kenobi replies, "Who, Anakin?" To which Rex responds, "No, I meant Bats. That was one brave little droid." Kenobi claims he holds no attachment to the droid, but it is awesome to see that Rex respects the little clanker for saving his life. Rex is so concerned with the safety of Bats that he convinces Obi-Wan to go back and rescue him, but the plan is one of Anakin's, so Kenobi believes that it will very likely get them captured. Bats is quickly arrested and taken back to the droid commander, where they threaten to wipe his memory and reset him back to the base programming. Before they can do that, however, Bats goes absolutely ballistic, flailing his arms all over the air and destroying all of the droids surrounding him. He even starts talking down to his old commander. While this is going on, Kenobi and Rex slam a stolen tank into the wall of the command center, breaking through the wall, allowing them to begin destroying the droids. Obi-Wan then slices through the horde of droids inside, while Bats jumps into the tank, ready for a return to the Republic evacuation point. As they take the AAT back to the Republic evacuation point, Anakin's troopers alert him that a tank is incoming. Anakin orders his men to fire on it immediately, but before they can do so, Obi-Wan and Bats emerge from the hatch at the top of the tank, forcing Anakin to tell his men to hold their fire. Anakin is absolutely astounded at how his master got himself into such a strange situation, but ultimately accepts it as just the craziness of war. And to end the heartwarming story, Rex is carried away by Obi-Wan, where he admits that he did in fact like the crazy clanker just as much as Rex did. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like to see Bats involved in some future Star Wars content. Who knows, maybe he somehow gets involved with the Bad Batch during the Star Wars The Bad Batch series. So because this is the only time in canon that we see Rex wearing his ARC Trooper armor, something may have happened to his original standard armor. Because we can see that the other clones are wearing the standard Phase 2 armor in this comic, maybe this is set just after the transition to the new armor, and Rex has sent his helmet and armor out for modifications. We know that Rex modified his helmet so that it was unique from the rest of his troopers, so maybe the Battle of Horain took place during the time it was being modified. Captain Rex also does not have tally marks in his ARC Trooper armor, so maybe he kept better care of it and valued it more highly than his standard clone armor. But that could also be because this is pretty early in the war, and maybe he just hasn't had enough of a chance to do whatever it is he tracks with the tally marks. I don't think he was demoted from the rank of ARC Trooper because Rex is a very level-headed clone captain that cares deeply about his troopers and takes responsibility for their actions. He considers any loss on the battlefield to be a personal failure of his, very similarly to how Anakin thinks, making them a great combination. I've also seen some people say that Rex is not actually an ARC Trooper and that he just picked up the armor and used it for this battle. This cannot be true for a few reasons. First is that it would probably be seen as extremely disrespectful and maybe even disgraceful to wear a set of armor that you have not earned the correct rank for. There is absolutely no chance that Rex would wear ARC Trooper armor if he was not given the privilege of becoming an ARC Trooper. On top of this, we also got some further canon confirmation that Rex is an ARC Trooper from a canon ARC Trooper sourcebook, which states that Rex is a loyal, brave ARC Trooper who often fought alongside Anakin Skywalker in the 501st. Later, he befriended the Rebellion, so with two canon sources now confirming that Rex does have an ARC Trooper past, there is no way that he simply picked up the armor and was allowed to use it. To even further back this up, Captain Rex used the DC-17 blaster pistols throughout the entirety of the war, a weapon which is most commonly handed out to ARC Troopers. Given that we rarely ever saw a non-ARC Trooper use the DC-17 blasters, being an ARC Trooper is a pretty great explanation for why he has them and is so proficient with them. His long history with the weapons as an ARC Trooper could also explain why he was so reluctant to move away from them, even after all this time without wearing the sacred ARC Trooper armor. Either way, I think we'll see a lot more ARC Trooper Rex content coming up in the near future as the Star Wars Battle Tales series is currently releasing. Because the Battle Tales series is set much earlier in the war, there's a good chance that we'll see some of Rex's training days in flashbacks or even his time as an ARC Trooper. Hopefully we'll even get to see exactly why he no longer wears the armor towards the middle and end points of the war. We're also probably going to see some major tie-ins to Captain Rex's time as an ARC Trooper in the Star Wars The Bad Batch series, with Echo potentially retelling stories to the rest of the Bad Batch that Rex told him. Being selected for the majorly important role is no small deal, so you can definitely expect that Rex told many of his troopers about the experience, unless something bad happened causing him to leave. So that is the only mission where Captain Rex was allowed to wear his ARC Trooper armor. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the subscribe button and check out the Sith Holocron merch down below. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.